Okay, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us ahead of tomorrow's Champions League group stage game against Benfica. We have microphones around the room to take questions, and it will be one per reporter to fit everyone in. So we will get underway with Ian in the front, please.
Lights. They're asking for lights.
Is it turned the lights?
No lights.
No lights.
Cameras action. Off you go, Ian.
Hi Enzo, how are you?
Morning.
Can I ask you for your views? We're in a room with lots of pictures of the manager who you'll be facing tomorrow night, Jose Mourinho, who's a real legend here. Just your views on Jose and what it's going to be like to coach against him and be 5 feet away from him tomorrow in what was one of his spiritual homes.
It's absolutely a privilege to face Jose tomorrow. Legend for this club, not only for this club, for different clubs. So will be a privilege to face Jose tomorrow.
And any extra pressure on you after last week, losing the first game in this competition? Making sure you win all your home games is important in the new format, isn't it?
Yeah, we make sure, or we try at least to prepare every game to win the game, and hopefully we can do that tomorrow.
Simon?
And so you're obviously used to seeing pictures everywhere of former coaches lifting trophies. How much do you want to add your face with a picture, whether it be the Champions League trophy or the Premier League trophy like Mourinho has over there?
But to be honest, I feel already quite like to be in some picture at the training ground with the Club World Cup. So I feel already lucky with that after one season. But for sure the target is hopefully one day, not only with the Club World Cup, also with the conference, but for sure the target is one day we can all together enjoy this kind of moment.
Gary, just behind, please.
Enzo, hello. There's a lot of people here today, and there'll be a lot of people here later on for Jose as well. Do you go along with all the kind of romance of football that this has happened this way? Because, just over a week ago, it was a different coach at Benfica, and this wouldn't have been quite the interest worldwide that it is. Do you get excited by that kind of romance in football?
I said probably was the first question, I guess. For me, it's first of all a privilege to represent this club in the Champions League. For sure, it's also a privilege to face a fantastic manager like Jose tomorrow.
In the second row, please.
Hi, Enzo. What do you expect from this Benfica? It's a very different team that you defeat in the World Cup. A new manager, new players.
Yeah.
Is it difficult to prepare this match?
It's probably a little bit more difficult, and the reason why is because they just played, I think, 3-4 games with Jose. All the games that I started to watch, unfortunately, was with the former manager. And I watched the 3-4 games with Jose. I watched also some games, where Jose was Man United or Spurs or Roma in Italy. But for sure will be a completely different game compared to the Club World Cup game.
Matt, down here, please.
Hi, Enzo. As you pointed out, you have actually won trophies at Chelsea. The fans will often keep singing Jose's name and sing the name of managers who have won trophies at this club. What do you think you need to do for them to sing your name now?
Probably continue to win trophy. I remember for some moment of last season, I think it was Southampton away, where the fans were starting to sing, "We have our Chelsea back." To be honest, it's not. I would like one day for sure, but it's not my target. I'm already happy if they can sing, "We have our Chelsea back." because that means that as a team, as a club, we are doing something important.
It'd be special to hear your name, though, surely, as well.
Yes, for sure. But again, if they can sing, we have our Chelsea back, I'm already happy. For sure, if one day they can sing my name even more. But the target is not that. It's just that we are able to win games, and the fans, they can be happy.
Jacob?
Hi, Enzo. You're carrying a lot of injuries at the moment to key players, and obviously you're having to balance playing 3 times a week with the Champions League. Do you feel, especially looking forward to Liverpool on Saturday, which is another big game, that you're able to rotate the squad tomorrow night and still maintain the levels needed to win?
We need to maintain level for sure, because Champions League require high level. As you said, in this moment we have unfortunately many players out for injury. This afternoon we're going to assess Caicedo, Joao Pedro and Andrey Santos, that they are all players, unfortunately for us, with some small problems. So we see if tomorrow they're going to be available. But we have, for sure, in this moment we have injury, but we have, I think, squad enough in this moment also to try to replace the injury we have.
Third row in the middle here, please.
Hi, Enzo. Just a quick question about Estevao, if I may, because from a perspective of a Brazilian reporter, I'm quite surprised of how many games and how many minutes he's been playing this beginning of his career here in Chelsea. And how do you assess his start? And you initially said he can play in all of the 5 positions up front. Is there one that now you see him inclining to be better at the moment, or still?
I still think the same. He's doing very good. He's doing very well. It's not easy. We said already, for 17, 18 years player to arrive here in Europe with a big club like Chelsea and show immediately the quality that he has. And we are very happy with him. He's very good boy. It's happy. It's what we need also in terms of energy. But for sure, for me, he can play in the 5 position, attacking position.
Front row here with Nizar, please.
Hi, Enzo. You've got a lot of players out, obviously, but you played quite well against Brighton for 53 minutes and then you lost. But what's sort of the message to the players now? Is there a lot of positivity, and is there a lot of respect for those guys who remain on the field? How are you sort of keeping them up and their spirits up at this period?
Yeah, in this moment, I think we need to be positive. First of all, because it's what the players need. Second, because personally, I think that there is no reason to be negative. This morning, the club showed me about the stats that in the last 6 months we lost 5 games, 4 of them with red card. So for sure we like to win games. There is no doubt. But also the reality is that there is not any pressure. The pressure we have is the pressure that we know that being at Chelsea as a player, as a manager, you need to win games, no doubt. But at the same moment, you have the reality is that for different reasons, injury and red card, we lost 5 games in almost 6 months. But at the same time, I think it's something not bad.
The back row, please, just in the middle there.
Thank you. Hey. And so, obviously, this press conference, the first, 6, 7 questions regarding Jose Mourinho. Could you tell us tactically about the rival ahead, Benfica? What can you see about the approach that they could have, knowing that also Chelsea versus Benfica or versus Portuguese clubs in Stamford Bridge, they are unbeaten. So maybe the surrounding expects, obviously, a victory for your club, your Chelsea. Thank you.
I think from Benfica, from Jose, you can expect the way they are playing now, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, but you can also expect that they can play back five. So I expect 2-3 different things, and we have a plan for these 2-3 things that I expect. But he showed during his career how good he has been playing with different, shape. So we expect different things.
Go Ben in the front here, please.
Hi, Enzo. Could you elaborate a bit more on the stat that you just gave? 4 of the 5 defeats in the last 6 months have come with a Chelsea red card. How do you coach that ill discipline, and what have you said to your players ahead of this game to make sure it does stay 11 Chelsea players on the field?
Yeah. No, first of all, for sure, I think after review the last 2 games, Man United and Brighton with 10 players, for sure I could have done better, probably in terms of decision, no doubt. But also for me, it's it's like a learning process to play with 10 players because, I think for any manager it's not something normal. Unfortunately for us, happened 2 times. And the stats is that in the last, again, almost 6 months, we lost 5 games, 4 of them with red card: Newcastle, Flamengo, Man United and Brighton. And the only game that we lost 11-11 was Bayern Munich away. So that's why I said, for me personally, there is not any reason that we need to create panic, knowing that football, anyway, you know better than me, football is crazy world, you can, if you lost 6 months, 5 games in 6 months, and you need to say things to defend yourself, that means that it's a crazy world. I don't think we need to defend ourselves in this moment, because the reality is that I have a very good feeling with the squad we have. I think compared to last season, we all improve the players because they can play games, they can have more experience. Me personally, as a manager, I think I feel better than last year. The reason why is because I'm learning. For sure, there are many, many things that I need to learn. For instance, playing with 10 players, it's something that probably I need to do better. But it's part of the process, and I don't have any doubt that in the future we're going to be better and better.
Davide, in the second row, please.
Ciao Enzo. Champions League is a competition that requires a different level compared to others. Obviously, it's a new experience for most of your players and for you as well. What are you telling your players that they need to do to be at the Champions League level?
We need high level, no doubt, but also we have players young, but in the same moment with already experiencing with this competition. Ato, for instance, from Ajax, he has already experience in this competition. For me personally, he will be top player for Chelsea. We have, Garnacho or Gittens. They are all players that, even if they are young, they already played in this competition. Joao Pedro, probably, he never played in this competition, but he joined us. He helped us to win the Club World Cup. So they are all players, talent for sure, that they're gonna help the club, they're gonna help the team, and with more games, they're gonna be better and better.
Okay, we've got time for 2 more questions. We'll go with Rob and then Mark.
Hi Enzo, how is your relationship with the fans at the moment? Do you think we heard a little bit of discontent on Saturday at the end of the match? Do you feel like that bond is strong currently?
I think most of the time the fans react over the results. I can completely understand that after a defeat it's normal that the fans, they are happy, but I'm not happy, the players, they are not happy, the club is not happy. And then, as I said at the beginning, last year they were thinking we have our Chelsea back, then we had a bad run and they were not happy. So for me it's more the reaction after the results. Again, if in this moment, after 5 defeats in 6 months, we are not happy, probably this show a little bit lack of balance in this sport, but it's a sport where I'm in from the last 30 years, so I know exactly that it's like this. And the only thing you can do is try to do better, try to, learn, improve, and the most important thing in this business, that is win games.
And Mark, please, in the front here.
Hi, Enzo. You're the latest manager to come into the club and win big trophies in the past 20 years. Does Jose deserve the acknowledgement, I suppose, for laying the foundations when he first was here for the success that we've seen at Chelsea since then?
The only thing I can say about Jose is the thing that I just said, that for me personally, he's a legend for this club. I'm from Italy. It's also a legend for Inter, where he won the Champions League. So it's legend for different clubs in the world that show how good has been and how good is Jose. Then in terms of what he deserves, to be honest, I'm not here to think what he deserves. I think he already showed how important manager has been and is.
Okay, thanks guys. See you tomorrow.